You piece of my town.
Hi again, it's Mike, the frugal plant-based cook over here. So anyway, today I'm going to try something a little different. It's going to be butter chicken without butter or chicken. Yeah, okay. Bad joke, right? Anyway, I used to really like butter chicken and whatnot, but when you're cooking plant-based, you've got to think a little bit outside the box. I have never made this before. So here we go. I've taken some mushrooms, and as I like to go shopping and find deals. So today, as you can see over here, I got a zucchini over here for $1. Pardon me, it was 50 cents. And I got an eggplant also for 50 cents. And we got some mushrooms. Okay, we got some mushrooms for $1. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw them in a little bit of a plant-based milk bath, and then we're going to throw them in a mixture of what do we got here? We got a little bit of cayenne, we've got some tandoori masala, and some salt, a little bit of pepper in there, and some chili powder. So we're going to put them in there, and I'll show you how to do that right away. You know, we have next to no or low budget production over here, so I'm the cameraman and the cook. I think this will work, so let's find out. So I'm just going to cut these zucchinis up into decent sizes. Okay, I'm a little unsure about the zucchini. Like I said, I like to buy things that are available and then just play with them. So right now we're using $1. My knife skills leave something to be desired right now. Anyway, I spent $2 on the veggies, and then the chickpeas we're going to use. We got 2 cups of them. We'll also throw those in here. Okay. Okay, I took the stems out of the mushrooms. We'll throw that in. And the eggplant. I think this will work. First time for everything, right? I don't think I'll be able to sell my son James on this, but we'll try. Like all teenagers, he's a little picky. All we're trying to do is cook this. And we pop it in the oven. So we've got to get it wet enough. We can't use eggs, butter, anything like that, or oil. So once again, we use what we have readily available. Here we go. Right. Okay, so I'm going to coat everything here. And with this coating, especially since there's cayenne and such in here, make sure that you give your hands a really good wash. Okay, and a little plug for my son. He's 13 years old and an aspiring artist. And that picture in behind me, he painted last week. So, all right, as you see, it coated really, really well. So we're going to put it on a tray with some parchment paper and fire it in the oven. Okay, I'm going to cook it for, I think, 15 minutes. It's at 375 right now. All right, and we'll get back to you right away. So, that's what it looks like. All right, so I've diced up some onions over here. We're going to throw these into the pan. Okay, now with the whole food plant-based, we don't use any butter. At all to saute. So I'm just using a mushroom stock over here. We'll throw that in there. So we'll cook that out. Okay, right here I've got some garlic and ginger paste, all right? Instead of cutting up all the garlic and the ginger and whatever, you're losing a little bit, but this is a lot quicker to use, and you know, most people are busy these days, so maybe they don't have the time to be dicing and slicing garlic and ginger and whatnot. But fresh is better, of course. Right? So we're going to let that just sit in here and saute for a little bit. And then near the end, we're going to add the ginger and garlic paste. All right, folks, so onions cooking away. Took maybe 10 minutes to get to this point. I'm cooking on fairly high temperature. Okay, I'm going to add the ginger and the garlic. I like to be generous with it because I really like the flavor. So that's maybe 2 tablespoons, best guess. I'd encourage everybody to kind of flavor stuff the way they like it. I'll just kind of show you how to do it and give you the basics, but then play with the recipes. Let her cook out a little bit. It's a fussy pan, so I'll just turn the temperature up a little bit. So we'll let it cook out. We're going to add to this some mushroom broth and some oat milk. Once again, I don't eat oil, and I really encourage everybody to do that because oil is one of the biggest problems with diabetes. So if you can get away from that, that's excellent. All right, so this is literally the second episode I'm doing over here, so it's going to be something that's going to be, shall we say, growing a little bit and changing. We're just, my set is obviously my kitchen, and I have a small kitchen to start with, so I'm going to put that over there. Now I'm going to add about half a cup of the mushroom broth, or you could use vegetable broth. And you can't use chicken or beef because I'm showing you vegan stuff. All right, that's cooking out. The last thing I'm going to do is add the milk, the oat milk. So I'm going to let that cook out. The vegetables and chickpeas are ready to go. Once again, the really important thing is taking a recipe. There's lots of recipes out there with meat, and then using different items in the plant world instead of what might be on the recipe in the meat world, like milk, meat, and such, or cheese. A great substitute for cheese in the vegan world is nutritional yeast. Okay, so now, I'm going to be adding, just because it was in my fridge and I don't want to waste anything, this is just crushed tomatoes. So I'm going to stir that in. You could use crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes or even tomato paste. One of the first rules of cooking is you can add stuff in, but you can't take stuff out. So we don't add too much liquid. We'll let that cook out a little bit. Yep. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, even though there's a lot on the vegetables, I'm going to add a little bit of tandoori masala. This isn't a fancy show. This is the garam masala. I really like this stuff. For a little bit of heat, we're just going to add a smidge of cayenne. There's already some on there, so and if you keep watching, I'm sure it'll get a little better. The recipe I'd taken a look at was a little bit of cinnamon. So we'll add some cinnamon. I guess in Indian cooking, it's all about the spices. Okay, that's really thick. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that. The mushroom broth, once again, use veggie broth if you like. If you add too much liquids, you'll find that it'll be too thin. So, like I said, you can put in, but you can't take out. Okay, I'm going to move some of this stuff to the side on my little tiny set in my kitchen. My son doesn't know it, but he's doing dishes tonight. I dare say he won't be very happy, but I'm okay with that. So again, I'm the frugal cook, don't want to waste, right? Okay, here's the vegetables out of the oven. Okay, my best guess was it was half an hour that they were in there, a little longer than I mentioned at the beginning. Once again, this is my first kick at the cat at this. Gonna add the oat milk now. You can see it's getting a little lighter here, so it's got more of the butter chicken kind of look. If we would have used tomato paste, it might have looked as lumpy as it does in this, but the thing about this is it's the onions that are giving that nice little texture. It's cooking in there really nice. I'll get a spoon and see what it tastes like. Since you're cooking for your family, you can just stick your spoon in and taste as normal. Wow, it's really good. Butter chicken's one of my favorite dishes of my ex-wife, so she would like this. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. Since we carry lousy insurance on this show, I'm going to add the vegetables. This is going to have a really strong flavor, I'm sure, but I think it'll be really, really good. All right. Looks like I'm the frugal, messy cook right now. Okay, normally I wouldn't put the zucchini in, but I put it in just because I want to use it up. I want to try to have as much of a zero waste lifestyle as I can. So I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit again and let it simmer for a few minutes. Okay, like I said, folks, so there you have it. Some butter chicken. I threw the cilantro on top. Looks really good. This is only episode 2. I'm sure we'll get a little better. H&W Produce is located at 3508 32nd Avenue Northeast, right beside the Salvation Army thrift store.